Yes, guys, we talked about the if topic. Now, we also have switch case. Guys, let's move on to this decision structure. So, what's the deal with the decision structure here? This switch case decision structure is a bit different, guys. It's a bit different from if. Both its usage and its performance are a little different. Let's test it directly with an example and try to understand the difference between if and switch case. Ultimately, both of them actually determine the direction of the code based on a certain rule, that is, a structure in an operator. In other words, based on the result, they actually determine the flow of the code. Now, let's move on and learn how to do it. Its basic structure is as follows. You write the thing called switch in its parameter. Then it asks you for a value that it can compare. It says, give me a value, and I'll compare it with my cases, and then I'll perform an action accordingly. Now, let's do this with an example. Let's call it S6, for instance. Now, I'm saying selection like this. Equals. I'm saying new scanner. System.input.nextInt. I'm saying selection like this. In the selection. Now look, we're going to show the user a visual like this. We're going to say, choose one of these. Please choose. For example, they'll choose. Let's say they typed 3. It's about what will happen after they type 3. For example, you go to a website on the internet. There are buttons there, right? You select the area you want to go to, you click it, and bam, it takes you there. Nice. Now, what determines where it should go based on your selection here? Actually, you're making a decision there. You decide where you're going to go. You press it and open that page. Here too, when the code receives a request from the user, it chooses which code to run based on that request. We gave this choice to the switch here. We said, hey, you take this value, analyze this selection value. So, what will it do by analyzing it? There will be cases here, friends. It says, if the selection value you gave me is 1, then sout addition has been done. Let's say, for example, addition has been done. Nice. After that, you use break to end it, friends. This is important. Then, if it's case 2, if the situation is 2, it's the same logic again. So, what's there this time? Subtraction has been done. You need to write all the cases like this. Friends. So, you write all the cases you can use. That is 2, 3, 4. And here there's also 0, friends. I'm closing the others like this. Let's say exit was done here. Division was done here. Here. I select it as multiplication was done. Nice. So, how does the system work? Let's take a look at that too. We had the user make a selection. We got the selection information from the user. We provided its value so it could be processed in the switch part. Then it makes a choice from these. Whichever it matches, it takes and uses that one. Couldn't we do the exact same thing, sir, with an if statement? You can do it. Now, let's also understand the difference between these two. Let's also see how they work. Now, here I write if. If the selection is equal to 1. If it's 1, addition is performed. Let it print that. Look, I added it right here. I say else if. Else if. If the selection is equal to 2, subtraction is performed. Else if. If the selection is equal to 3. If it's 4, and else, if it's something else, let's handle them like this. Just like that. Look, the one above and the one below are actually the same. It's just that they look different because I wrote them like this. Otherwise, they're all the same. I mean, nothing has changed. Guys, I can move it up like this. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Now, the result I got here with switch case and the result I got here are exactly the same. So, then why, sir, did they make two things? Why did they go to all this trouble? That one works, and this one works too. You're right, that one works, and this one works too. But there's a problem here. Guys, let me tell you what the problem is. Or rather, let's not call it a problem. It's a difference in usage. Now look, I'm going to set a breakpoint here and show you how the process works. Now, it's going to appear on the screen and ask me to make a selection. Look, right now it's asking me to make a selection. I'm saying 4. 4. I pressed enter. We've come here. Selection 4. Now, please watch how it jumps. So, which line are we on right now? We're on line 22. When I go one step further, it jumps right here. Look, it came straight here in one go. Now I'm continuing. I'm here. Look, here it got the selection info in a single move and moved here. Now, how is it here? It's checking the first one. Is that right? No, it's not. It checked the second one. It checked the third one. I didn't do the fourth one. Normally, it should check the fourth one here. After checking this one too, what should it normally do? It was supposed to run this part. But in the end, when this process is completed, both will actually give the same result. Let's make this 4. Let me run it again. When it comes out, I type 4 here. I press enter. Both of them performed the multiplication. It gave the result. So, what's the difference between the two? Guys, the switch case gives a pinpoint result based on the value it receives. This one examines all the results one by one. Is the selection equal to this? No. Is it equal to this? No. Is it equal to this? No. Is it equal to this? Yes. So, until it gets to this, it does 4 checks. So, for pinpoint single value cases like this, it's much more appropriate to use this. Guys, that's why we have to choose these decision structures according to our needs. We'll do an example about these in our next lesson. That's the structure and logic of switch case. There are different ways to use it. There are different versions of it. We'll do examples related to all of them.